Hello Aquarius. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Oh, wow. This was in one of the other previous readings as well. First card's the strongest, wanting to make a lot of things right, because things are not right. They were wrong. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I do have specific reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. To provide you with some advice based on what has come up today. All right, it's honestly not so bad, but it's still complicated because somebody here is not making a choice that needs to be made. They're very much in their mind, not really getting out of that headspace. So we have here justice, followed by cycles. Then we have laughter, abundance, crossroads, nourishment, selfhood, synthesis, and then we have mothering under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aquarius, I want to make things right between us. Many things I feel are wrong. Things could be better. And yet nothing really happens right now. I know what should happen, but there is a delay. In this connection, all I ever did was just take and take. It was very rare to be giving. But now things have changed. I see that all I've ever done is just take. It's a disadvantage to you. It's not right. And so now I do want to make things right. I want to make things better. I am obsessing over the connection that we have. I'm obsessing over the things that may have happened, that could have happened. I think long and hard. And everything that I've said and done, that you've said and done, it just goes in my mind in a cycle, in a circle, over and over and over again. I'm obsessing over it. I can't get it off my mind. I'm obsessing over you and the way things were. In you, I have found a best friend. Someone who I can rely on. Someone who knows how to make me smile, how to make me laugh. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. I want to have this connection with you and always be that person where there's this foundation of a friend. It's hard for me not to be. I don't want to lose you as a friend. I also feel that in this connection, there's this desire to learn more, to be more. These things that I have felt and seen, I want to gain and be a better person in this connection and work together as a power couple to create something better in the far future. But I am at a crossroads. There are certain things that I know, decisions that I know that need to be taken. And I don't take those decisions. I'm not making that choice. There's a passage, and I don't know if I should go through it. Which is why I stand in the middle, knowing that I have to make a decision, but not really wanting and making that decision. What decision do I want to make? Where is my mind and my heart headed? It is headed towards you, Aquarius. The things that I feel the sense of fulfillment that comes from you. This feeling of being fulfilled. It's as though you have this ability of fulfilling me spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And you are that perfect person who I could call my partner. My partner for life. You know what makes me happy. You know what makes me want to live. And yet I see you now as somebody who's very alone. Somebody who's guarded. You don't want to be a part of me, a part of something. But I know I did this to you. I'm the one who broke your heart. You have moved on because of me. What would have been the reason to wait and stay? No good reason. I see things differently now. And I see you now as somebody who's more independent, self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need me. You don't need anybody in your life. And that scares me. I feel intimidated because now, to me, it seems as if you are single and ready to mingle. And that scares me. I may be wrong, but that's what I feel, that's what I see, and that's what I fear. A long time ago, there was peace and harmony in this connection. I want to restore that peace and harmony and move forward. I do feel that the situation that we are in, yes, indeed, it is a complicated situation. And there's certain things that I've hidden deep in the shadows of this forest. I never really wanted you to see or to know about these deep feelings, these secrets that I hold. But things have changed. And it seems as if it's time to come out from those shadows and to talk about what's truly important. I believe certain things have happened. Certain things have changed. And all that has happened and all that has changed needs to be realized. I need to talk about it. Overall, in you I found somebody who has this quality of being very nurturing, caring, protecting, loving. You have the ability of giving love, of spreading the love. And I want to be a part of that. In you, I see this person that gives unconditional love. I want to be on the receiving end of that. For now, I want to make things right. Because I can't stop thinking about this specific connection. Even if we are as friends or maybe more, I want to be there for you. And the decision that I am going to be making is that I do want to be with somebody like you. All right. Aquarius. Not bad. We have here the abundance card. So sometimes this does talk about either this could be a problem or it could be a benefit. So problem meaning that sometimes if we get the abundance card, it does talk about, and that's the abundance card right there. It does talk about how there may be a lack of money in this connection or a lack of stability. And that seems to be a problem because an individual here wants to move on and build something in this relationship, but they can't because of a lack of finances. And sometimes this also talks about wanting to be part of all of that and to start earning more, to start building on something. Now, some of you may be really frustrated because this person was supposed to take some type of a stand or like a decision. They were supposed to make a decision. They were supposed to move forward. However, for some of you, this person has not made a decision. And it's really annoying, and it's getting to the point where you just don't know where this connection is headed. They do like you. They do feel that you are someone who would be considered like the perfect person as someone in a relationship, but they also hesitate because they know that they have done things that are wrong. They don't want to just rush into the connection. That's something that I'm seeing here. They want to make things right first before they make a decision, but they do think that you are somebody who is very nurturing, caring, and protecting. They are in the process of making a decision, but they haven't made it yet, but they've already decided that it's you. That's really interesting. They've made the decision in their mind, but actions speak louder than words. And so when are they going to talk? When are they going to act on this? That's what's needed here. All right. They also see you as somebody who's very independent, very much like the Nine of Pentacles. Not all of you may be. I hope that you are. But if you're not, it's just a matter of you healing and then finally being that better version of yourself, because this person actually sees you as this. And if there is distance between the both of you, which is what I'm seeing, then they are going to notice that you are somebody who is slightly different than what they knew, who they knew from before. And that is sometimes intimidating for the other person, which is okay. You want to show them that, yeah, you're not just the same, you've moved on. And that will actually encourage them to move on and then try to be a better version of themselves, reaching out to you at some point in time in the future. So here I have the deck called the Lover's Path Tarot. This deck I read in the reverse. And why do I look at this? This is for those of you that may have not had closure in this connection. Your person may have just faded. They may have taken you for granted. They may have ghosted you. The connection between the both of you, there may have been frequent conversations, texts, messages between the both of you, but then things changed. All of a sudden, this person just started to decrease that connection with you, that exchange that they used to have. So what are the reasons for that? That is what I look into when I see these specific ones. All right, let's have a look. 6 of Staves and the Ace of Cups. So this traditionally talks about triumph, honor, and heroism. However, we're reading the reverse. So this talks about a lack of triumph, not really being triumphant, not really feeling very honorable, and not really feeling like the hero or heroine. This talks about victory is elusive. They had done the work that they had finished, and they felt like they deserved the honors, but nobody had come to appreciate that or even recognize what they had achieved. This is perhaps because of the lack of awareness of those around this individual. Also, we have here a lack of courage and honor. A lack of courage and honor. So it does come down to the fact that this person felt that they had invested some type of time, energy, effort in something. They were not recognized for it. And that kind of got them upset. Now, when they got upset, in the sense, they felt that they were no longer courageous or honorable. They felt that they felt a lack of self-esteem because they weren't recognized, right? I mean, think about it. If a little kid, right? A child draws a little picture with their crayons or something, and they want to put it up on the fridge or somewhere for people to admire and appreciate. And nobody says anything. Nobody even noticed it. They're going to feel very sad and very discouraged. If they do it a few more times, they might not even get any type of response. And then what happens? Eventually people give up. Why am I referring to child? Because this individual is feeling like that. They're very vulnerable when it comes to you. And they feel as if you are judging them. And they are afraid to be judged. And so when they are being judged, they view themselves as somebody who has a lack of honor, somebody that has a lack of self-esteem, somebody that's not confident. They feel as if they're like the page. I'm getting the word page. They feel as if they're like the page. Somebody who's very young, inexperienced, and maybe even immature. Now we also have here the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups here, it does talk about how this person was rejecting another's affection. They were creatively blocking love that was coming to them. And there was a sense of disillusionment with love. There was a sense of sadness and melancholy. Oh boy. So, because they had a lack of self-esteem, a lack of courage, a lack of confidence, they did not have the confidence to accept positivity in their life to this degree where, wow, this person's coming into my life. They want to offer me love. No, I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy of it. Here, they were creatively blocking the type of love that was being sent to them by you because they had this disillusionment with love, and there was a sense of sadness and melancholy in their heart. Why? Because they didn't feel good enough. They didn't feel good enough when it comes to, remember the abundance card, right? Trying to settle down, trying to create a better environment, trying to have more materialistic gain. They didn't feel good enough. They felt as if they were inadequate. And so that became a problem for them. And that's two of the reasons why this person kind of faded. Sometimes many of these things that they think, it's all in their head. And sometimes it does happen with us, and we know there's an exchange of words, of emotions and things like that. But sometimes people really do just make all of these scenarios in their head. They have the problem, the solution. I mean, everything is right in their head, and they haven't even discussed anything with somebody else. A part of this individual's personality is kind of like that. They're very much in their mind. They don't really express. And that's why it gets very confusing for some of you when you're dealing with this individual I'm seeing. Why am I seeing this? I don't know if this is a yes. A traditional Dutch outfit. Why am I seeing that? A beautiful, you know, the way the females wear those white tops and puffy sleeves, and then they have a nice kind of corset that's black and it's tied up, and they're doing, I don't know what the type of dance where like they move their feet and all. It's really nice. I have no idea why I'm seeing this right now. If somebody is, I don't know, I'm getting the word Denmark as well. I'm getting a lot of people here. But if somebody is, you know, maybe going to perform, or they have somebody that they like from maybe the country, or they like that dress, write it in the comments below. I don't know why I'm seeing that right now. But I do see like a female, and I do see a white shirt, which has like big long sleeves. Not long, they're not long, but they're the type that are kind of droopy and they drag down. And as well with the corset. The corset is black, or rather it's like very dark, almost like navy blue, and it's lace, not lace, but it has like shoelace, a string or thread, and that's red. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but anywho, there's many reasons why I see certain things. You guys end up telling me, and it's like, oh, that's why. All right, Knight of Wands and Justice. Oh boy, sneaky, sneaky behavior. This is going to be a complicated situation because some of you are not supposed to be in this connection. Might be a third party. So, we have here the Knight of Wands. All right. So the Knight of Wands here, yeah. I typically don't call the Knight of Wands a player card, but the type of energy I'm seeing right now, it's immature. It's immature. It's very impulsive. I'm getting the word abusive, hopefully not. But misuse, I'm also getting that word. Somebody here may have manipulated and misused somebody in a very rash and very I'm getting the word abusive. In that type of a way, like they're very impulsive, compulsive, aggressive, short-tempered, nitpicky. Somebody here is like that, and yet they're also very passionate. It's difficult when you're in a connection and you do love the person, but they have bad habits. Those bad habits will eat you up like fungus, like a virus. It will eat you like a parasite. You have to be careful when you're in a connection like this, even though there's love, if there is some type of misuse or abuse. Many years from now, it's not worth it. Even currently, it's not worth it, but you will notice that you could have had a better life. If you're dealing with somebody who is like this, it's best that you start thinking about it, talk to some friends that you trust, and see how you can maybe get out of the relationship if you want to get out of the relationship. Whatever is safe and best for you, your mind, body, spirit, and your soul, they have to be safe. Here we have Knight of Wands. This person is rushing back into your life. They do want to be with you very passionately. However, this person's very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. So just be a little aware of that part. We also have here Justice. With the Justice card, this does talk about how in this connection, there is a desire to cut to the heart of the matter and just talk about the reality of things. They want to make things right. They want to have like an exchange of words with you so that they can have an equal give and take, a better balance. But the truth is, they feel like you were not treated equally. You were treated poorly, unfairly. And so they want to be that person who can actually make that better. Now that's a good one. That's actually something that's very mature. That is not an immature kind of behavior. Now we also have here this beautiful card, the Empress. There is no doubt about this. Yes, this person does love. There is love here. It's just that sometimes people may express their love in a very different kind of way. Everybody has a different way of expressing love. Your person of interest may seem a little immature. Do they have love for you? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's just that the way they express it might be a little different than the norm. With the Empress card, it does talk about a long-term thinker, somebody who is nurturing, caring, protecting, loving, somebody who does think about the future, wanting to build a connection, wanting to build a family. And family doesn't have to be simply just kids, but it could be pets, growth, it could be plants even. But it talks a lot about prosperity and growth. And one of the strange cards that has come up here, and this might resonate for a few of you, we have this card, the Seven of Swords. Typically, this does talk about sneaky behavior or behavior that is happening behind the scenes. Now, either this person is fooling somebody else so that they can be with you, or they're fooling you. They're being sneaky. Maybe you don't know that they're with somebody. Or maybe they are with somebody and they want to be with you and they're just not telling that other somebody. Now, the other thing with this card, it can talk about maybe you're in, let's just say, some type of a company and you're not allowed to date. There's restrictions in your organizations, and that does happen. So there's restrictions, and yet you still want to make it work. And so you are being sneaky, trying to take that time out, trying to take that energy and just putting it into this connection so that something can move forward in this connection. It is a good card because it does talk about action. It's definitely an action card, but the downfall is that somebody here might get caught and somebody might get in trouble. So whoever you are, whether it's cross-watcher or yourself, Aquarius, be careful with this particular kind of connection because somebody might get in trouble and somebody might get hurt. Hurt meaning emotionally hurt. There's something going on here that is not exactly healthy in a way. Now we also have here the Eight of Cups. This individual does want to move on from the situation. They're pretty sick and tired of the way things are. They want to move on and have this moment of silence just for themselves, me, myself, and I. They just want to turn into this hermit afterwards, after quite some time. But in the meantime, they want to move away and not physically, but emotionally, they just want to kind of shut down. And they want to find the spiritual side and to learn more things about who they are, why they do the things that they do. They don't want this situation to continue the way it has been. They want it to change, which is why they're trying to come back as a knight, which is why they're trying to make things right, even if it's not supposed to happen. Because we do have a restriction here with this card, which is the Seven of Swords. All right. Let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this one. All right. All right, so these messages are brought to you by archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Oh, wow. Past life spiritual connection. Very, very strong connection this one is. And some of you are meant to be together in this connection. Some of you are only meant to learn a lesson. And this could be for both parties. Maybe one of you learns, maybe the other, but one of you is a teacher. Sometimes even breaking somebody's heart and feeling that guilt, or somebody else who's broken someone's heart, that guilt, that is kind of like your karmic lesson in a way too. Feeling that guilt, holding on to that guilt. The things that maybe you have said and done in a relationship that just didn't really turn out well and you broke someone's heart. You have abundance once again. So this is really interesting. You had abundance before and now you have abundance again. Okay. So don't shoot the messenger, guys. Metaphorically, don't shoot the messenger. This connection for some of you is going to work out. There's no doubt about that. But then there's a small portion of you that this message is actually for. And this is a little bit of a harder message to convey because it may just break a couple of hearts out there. The angels are not happy with this person. They're not happy with the way they've been treating you. And you need to understand when this happens, there's a reason why it's happening. They know that you deserve better. And the universe works in this type of way where we will see and witness things, be a victim of these type of issues, and we realize that, oh, I really, really want this person, but is that person moving away from us? Are they at a distance from us? Are they cheating on us, right? Like, what are they doing? Are they lying? Are they hiding things? These are all red flags that sometimes we just don't see. But the universe sometimes shows us this and we still turn a blind eye. Here, even if, and this has happened, I've seen this many times, even if you are a spiritually based romantic connection, which is somebody who is a twin flame, a soulmate, a karmic partner, maybe even more. These are the top 3 that I see that are the most intense. So even if you are intense, I see this more of karmic partner connections right now. Even if you are intense, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be together forever and ever, happily ever after. Romance is cornered by no. It's literally cornered, guys. Okay? No with an exclamation mark, and we have no right underneath it. Usually when I do these cards, I also see them as grids. So I do see here that, yes, this is a spiritually based romantic connection. There's no doubt about that. You probably feel it. And yes, it probably is. But it's not necessary that this is your special person that you're supposed to be with. We also have here, be assertive. There are certain things that have happened in this connection that need to be addressed. People have been keeping quiet. Somebody here in this connection has been keeping very quiet. They've been bending over backwards to accommodate the needs of the other person. And the problem with that type of a situation is that we really just become a puppet for the other person. And that is not right. That's not right. Yes, we can adjust, kind of bend around a little bit to see, okay, maybe this will make them happy. Maybe if I change my beliefs, this will make them happy. But up until what extent? Until you completely change who you look like or what you are? Then that's not the real you. And then one day when you get frustrated, it's all going to come out. And then your person is going to be like, what happened to you? I thought this is what you were. This is how you've always done things. But then you're like, no, I only did that to make you happy. And now you just get me angry. So there's certain things that are going to happen here. You need to be very assertive. Also, when you're in this connection or you're about to start a connection, being assertive also means to let them know what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. Set some healthy boundaries with this specific individual, because when you do set healthy boundaries, it definitely talks about wanting to be in a connection where there are healthy boundaries, where somebody will respect you and almost, I don't want to say the word fear, but they'll tread lightly. They won't walk all over you. That's what I'm trying to say. They won't walk all over you, but they will respect you in a way where they know that, okay, Aquarius has these boundaries and I do respect Aquarius and I don't want to hurt them in that way. So I'm not going to cross over. I'm not going to do this. Here we also have remain positive. Because of this, some of you may be feeling very down. Please do remain positive, because you do have a really good card coming up up ahead. And we do have, yes, there is going to be abundance in the coming future. Now, this could be with this individual, or we have here under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, choose a new direction. This here does talk about literally choosing a new person or a different direction approach. You need to change the approach in order to have a different result. You may have been doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same result, not really being able to move forward. But now it seems as if things are changing and they're about to change, but they can only change if you are the one that decides to choose that new direction. The destination is still the same, but the road to getting there, that has changed. Now it's perhaps a small pathway. It's a route that has changed, a different bridge that you have to go over, right? So there's these different type of obstacles that come up, but you can still get to that end point. You just need to approach it in a different way, in a different manner, not like you did before. Because if you do it like before, the results will always be the same. And this is why they're saying choose a new direction. Abundance is here. There's definitely going to be some type of abundance in this connection because now it's definitely come up twice. We do have some positive cards here. Also, with the card called Remain Positive, I do want to just bring your attention to some of the packages that I have on my website. So I do have packages that help you stay more positive by keeping positive energy near you and getting rid of negative energy. It happens by getting rid of negative energy, and I have those type of packages. Some are self-help guides. One of them is the Holy Light package. That's a self-help guide. The other one is a chakra checkup package where I do look into your chakras and into your home as well as the aura around you to see if there's any negative energies that are in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. And I teach you how to get rid of these things. So that's a separate type of topic, but it is important to remain positive, and you can remain positive by getting rid of negative energies. Now, here we also have the romance card. If you are finding that it is extremely difficult to let this person go, if you are obsessing over them and you just don't feel there's any way out, sometimes some people have gotten some closure with the package that I have, which is for the past life package. So this is a past life connection. And with those packages, what I do, packages, there's no plural, it's just one package. But with that package, what I do is I look into your past life with this individual. Sometimes it could be a past life. On a rare occasion, it might be a future life that you haven't actually gone through yet, but it's already written out there for you, and therefore you go through it. That's on a spiritual realm though. But I look into this for you and I tell you what happened. Why do you feel the way that you do? And oftentimes it does give you a little bit of reassurance and the sense of closure, because it's really tricky when you are in a spiritual connection with somebody. It is so intense that it basically shakes your entire being, the way that you think about life. And so I like sharing that with you guys. Also have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio. On there you will see spiritual related videos. 2 of them you may find very interesting. One is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. The other one is called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. And I have some other videos on there on relationships as well as negative energy, how to recognize and remove negative energy. And that is your reading, Aquarius. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Now, also, I just wanted to tell you, with the romance card, being with the no and the no, that simply means that sometimes, as I was mentioning before, somebody in this connection may have been put into this connection to teach the other person a lesson. We don't know that we are teaching the person a lesson, but after the fact, everything happens. That's when we realize, oh, okay, so I learned this. And the other person at some point in time may realize that, okay, I know I did this in my last relationship, so I'm not going to do that in this relationship. That was a lesson, and that was a lesson that you taught to them. It's strange the way it works, but these things, they pile up over the years, right? You realize that whatever happened for the best. That's how we think about it. And it usually is through centuries, right? Think about your great-great-grandparents, the average person, right? They were probably farmers or something like that, right? Hardly anybody. We might have had a duke or a king or whatever. That'd be really cool if you're here, one of the descendants looking at this video. But we have evolved that way, right? We have changed from somebody who was a farmer, getting a certain job, moving from the village into a town, into a city, into who you are today. People evolve, people change, people grow. And that's something that is a lesson that we have to learn, that this is what we used to be before, but things are changing. And when you're dealing with somebody like this, you have to understand that we are growing, and we are growing and learning from our mistakes that have happened in the past, from other people. Sometimes even from the past life, we have lessons that we instinctively know that I'm not supposed to go there, I'm not supposed to do this doesn't feel right, why do we do that? You might never have experienced it before, but you know it's not right. There's an instinct that comes through, that comes from your past life experience. Yes. All right. That's a wrap. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys again. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It's a really interesting and unique reading. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.